We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our Pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the race books and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program, and we come to you live and direct from the gaming capital, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas, and over the South Point Studios streaming network at YouTube. We welcome you to the show, as well as all of you listening to us on our anchor radio station here in town, Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM, and all of the other platforms that include our websites and your apps for your iPhone, Androids, and Google phones. And, of course, you can get the apps for both the radio station. You can hear us through that one, or obviously the YouTube one that you can see and hear us as well, and wherever you get the podcasting as well. We welcome you to the Race Day Show as we come to you from Las Vegas on a crisp morning out here this morning. It's 56 degrees right now. We are going to get up to 81 degrees, though. That's pretty good for this time of the year. And this is the kind of the weather flex that we're going to have here for the foreseeable future. No wind. We don't have any predicted wind either around for a while. And sun's going to be shining bright. So that's good stuff there. Now, as far as the weather here is concerned, that's here. But as you know, our race books are always fast, firm, and perfect. So there's not a worry there when you're playing the races. The only worry is how is the weather at the racing centers around the country. And looking at the weather radar forecast right now, looks pretty good around the country to all of the racing centers. So we're going to be in good shape today. As far as the temperatures around the country is concerned, you got 83 in Miami, 68 in New York, 74 in Chicago with a little bit of rain going on there. And then, of course, Los Angeles, 86 degrees where Santa Anita's at. As I say, we're going to get up to 81 degrees here. Phoenix, Arizona, 86. But as I said, and at this time of the year, the hottest spot in the country is at the very, very southern tip of Texas, where Brownsville is 94 degrees. Right there at the border of Brownsville in Texas and Mexico. So we welcome you to the show on one of those typical fall days. As you can see behind me here, we have a dozen days left until the Breeders' Cup starts, okay? 12 days until the Breeders' Cup starts. And for those of you who only tune in for us on the weekends, I'll give you some of the dates that are important as we move through these next couple of weeks, or the next couple of 12 days, really. The entries for the Breeders' Cup will be taken on Monday, okay? The Monday will be the entries that they enter all of the horses in the Breeders' Cup then. Once that's done, nobody else can get in, okay? And then the announcement of that bulk of entries will be done on Wednesday of next week. And the following day, on Thursday of next week, that very popular edition of the Daily Racing Form Advance Edition of the Breeders' Cup will be on the newsstands wherever you get your form today. That's where it will be on Thursday. And that'll be the Advance Edition, all right? Then 1 week from this coming Monday, the 27th of October, they'll actually draw the fields for the Breeders' Cup from the entries in the Breeders' Cup. And then we'll have everything set. Post positions, field sizes, horses that maybe have declared for 1 or 2 races in the Breeders' Cup. Everything will be set then. We'll know where everybody is going. And that'll be the draw on Monday, the 27th. And then the following Thursday, on the 30th of October, that Thursday at 3 o'clock, we'll be doing the Race Day Las Vegas Breeders' Cup Special. That'll feature our daily handicappers, Jonathan Nardoon and John Lindo, along with other guest handicappers that include Chris Andrews, who is the sports director here at the South Point, but he's a racing fan personified. We got to Vinny Miliolo, you know him, and he'll be doing some handicapping for us. And I think we're even going to get Alex White, of course, to give us a lady's point of view on this Breeders' Cup and how she thinks it might turn out. And, of course, maybe even some surprise guests. We don't know. We'll just get it. Well, you're going to want to tune in on it, and that'll be that Thursday, the 30th of October, Thursday, at 3 p.m. Pacific time. It will only be broadcast. That particular show will only be broadcast on the YouTube streaming network. So if you're watching us on YouTube right now, this is where it will be on that day only. Won't be on the radio, won't be on any of the other platforms, okay? And then the following day, on Friday, the 31st, which is, of course, Halloween as well, be the first day of the 2-day Breeders' Cup Championship. And that'll be, of course, the Stars of the Future, the 5 races for 2-year-olds. Following that at 6 o'clock on the 31st, we'll be doing our annual Breeders' Cup seminar. It'll be held at the Grandview Lounge, adjacent to the racebook here at the South Point at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. in the lounge. Jonathan Nardoon, John Lindo will be back with me to do that. We'll take a look at what happened that Friday with the 2-year-olds and look ahead to the big divisions on Saturday. And that'll be at 6 o'clock in the Grandview Lounge, Beautiful setup there in the lounge as well. And then the following day, of course, the big party in the ballroom that we have here, the South Point Ballroom, where they have set up the big screen, theater-like TV sets, and, of course, a bank of betting windows. If you're a person who likes to bet through the kiosk, they'll have them as well. Food and beverage. There'll be a bar and a place to get food, and they'll be all at very low discount prices. And on that day, on Saturday, they'll also be doing some giveaways as well. And myself and Jonathan and John will be up there, obviously, playing the races with you to celebrate the Breeders' Cup on that Saturday. And so we invite you to come on down. They're big banquet tables. You can bring your friends and have a real neat party there. Table seats as much as 12 people. And then stop by and say hi to us. We'd love to see the people who watch us every day in person. It all happens here at the South Point. Everything I just said is free of charge except for the food and the beverage, which are the discount prices, and the bets that you make. That's it. Everything else is free, starting with parking your car. So, I mean, what else can you do? That's the first of the winners you'll have, is just coming here and enjoying all of this free of charge. And, of course, if you don't, that'll be your first bad beat. So make sure you show up. We'd love to have you here, okay? So those are all of the dates that you need to know coming up with 12 days to go until the Breeders' Cup. Now we have some big Breeders' Cup news. If you haven't heard, yesterday journalism worked out at Santa Anita. He went 5/8 of a mile in 59 and 2100 seconds. He went 59, 2100 seconds. It was a really solid workout for journalism. Following that, the representative that is a spokesman on behalf of the ownership laid something on the reporters that they may not have been expecting. But journalism will now get a new jockey. Humberto Rispoli will be replaced by jockey Jose Ortiz. Jose Ortiz has secured the mount on journalism, and they gave no explanation why they made the change. Now, we can speculate, and I know when I get Jonathan Hardoon on here, we'll speculate a little. But the change has been made. Jose Ortiz will ride journalism, and no reason was given for the change. And, of course, they said he's going to have one more workout, and that'll be at Del Mar. He ships down from Santa Anita to Del Mar on Monday. Other workouts of note, Todd Pletcher sent out his trio of horses that are aiming for the Breeders' Cup Classic. Fierceness went 1 minute and 56 100 seconds for his 5 furlongs. Mindframe went 101.49, 101 and 49 100ths. And Antiquarian, who worked in company with the Fierceness, hit the same time for the 5/8, 1 minute and 56 100 seconds. So those were the key workouts yesterday from the horses that are heading for and expected to be in the Breeders' Cup Classic. But that was big news that Rispoli got replaced by Jose Ortiz on journalism. Okay, let's take a look at what happened yesterday real quick. Handicappers did well yesterday. At Keeneland, Luan Machado got his first win of the day in the first race for Matt Sims, paying $38.44. Remember, that was the start of that big carryover in the early pick 5 yesterday at Keeneland. So they had a $38 horse that started that pick 5 yesterday with that huge carryover. Second race, Francisco Arrieta got his first win for Greg Compton, paying $12.64. So you see the first 2 races were not won by anywhere near the favorites, okay? The third race winner for Kenny McPeak paid $8.54. Fourth race winner for William Walden paid $14.56. So you can see there's not one dead favorite yet that's won these races. And the fifth race, which was the final race in the early pick 5, paid $8.20. Irad Ortiz Jr. winning for Dick Dutcho Jr. in that fifth race. So the early pick 5 paid $9,823.80. $9,823.80. $823.80. Now, that was with the money that was bet into that pool plus the carryover money. They divvied it all out equally to the winners, $9,800 there. Francisco Arrieta got his second win of the day in the sixth race for Robert Medina, paying $8.72. Irate Ortiz Jr. got his second win of the day in the seventh race for Steve Asmussen, paying $10.10. And Luan Machado, I should say, got his second win of the day in the eighth race for Ian Wilkes, paying $26.24. And Irad capped off a 3-win day in the 10th race when he won with Nation, who won by the slimmest of noses for Bob Hess Jr., paying $11.08. Finishing second in the race was Incursion. That was the Siraco play yesterday. John Lendo gave us the winner by a nose, Notion. Rich Ang gave us the second place finisher, Incursion. That exacta for $1. The $1 Siraco play exacta paid $30.19. Irad's third win of the day. Although they hit the early pick 5, nobody hit the pick 6 yesterday at Keeneland. 5 out of 6 paid $1,545.34, and you got to carry over in the pick 6 today at Keeneland. At Belmont at Aqueduct, Flavien Prat had a good day yesterday. Won 4 races. His first race came in the third race for Mike Maker at $2.96. Came back in the fourth race for Chad Brown's first win of the day, together with Flavien Prat, paying $4.68. Pratt and Chad Brown came right back in the fifth race in a 2-year-old maiden race with the winner Paladin, who won rather easily. Chad Brown's second win, Flavien Prat's third win, their second win together, however. This was after a disqualification. Renegade was the actual winner, the first place finisher, but was disqualified for interference, giving Paladin the win. So Paladin paid $4.26. Then we went to the eighth race for Flavien Prat's fourth win of the day and Chad Brown's third win of the day. So Pratt and Brown won 3 races together. Pratt won 4 overall. That winner in the eighth race paid $6.02. And the pick 6 yesterday at Aqueduct paid $19,080.44. Santa Anita yesterday, a lot of short-priced horses really at Santa Anita. The highest-priced winner came in the last race, $25.40 for Peter Urton, giving Antonio Fresu his third win of the day. Fresu also won the fourth race for his first win of the day for Doug O'Neill, paying $9.20. That winner, Dakota Country, was a pick on the show by both Jonathan Hardoon and Rich Ang. They both liked that show, so they got a winner for us at $9.20, giving Fresu his first win of the day. Fresu came back in the fifth race for Steve Knapp, paying $5 even. Juan Hernandez had a couple of winners. Juan Hernandez won the first race for John Sadler, paying $7.80. And then Hernandez came back in the sixth race for Mike McCarthy, paying $4.60. And I gotta talk to Jonathan about this. Might have been a bad morning line, don't know. But in the seventh race, a maiden claiming race for 2-year-old fillies at 6 furlongs, the winner of the race was morning lined at 15-1, a 15-1 morning line. The horse won like a 4-5 shot, gate to wire, and paid $6.60. That's a big move there. I wonder if it was CAW or not, but that was something that just raised the eyebrows. I don't know if this horse was just a bad morning line or not, but I'll ask Jonathan about that. That was an interesting move there. All right, then we go to Remington Park, the big Oklahoma Classics night last night. Winners of the Oklahoma Classics races, the Lassie for 2-year-olds, won by Cindy Lauper. Cindy Lauper, the name of the horse. Floyd Weatherly Jr., the rider, paying $13.80 for trainer Francisco Bravo. The Juvenile was won by Royal American for David Cabrera, and C.R. Trout, the trainer there, paying $6.80. The Distaff Turf was won by Miss Code West, and that gave Weatherly Jr., Floyd Weatherly Jr., his second stakes win of the night, and gave C.R. Trout, the trainer, his second win of the night. That horse paid $320. The distaff was won by Take Me Serious. Richard Ramaya wins that. Big favorite, $3 even there for trainer Joe Offler. And then in the Oklahoma Sprint, the winner there was Breakable Code with Walter de la Cruz for Jose Joe Offler. That was Offler's second win of the evening, $4.80 there. The Oklahoma Classic Cup was won by Mr. Omaha, with Luis Quinones aboard. Offler got his third win as a trainer of the day with that horse, paying $2.60 as the big favorite, outrunning Winter's Lion and number one Dude. And in the 10th race, the final race, the Turf Classic, Floyd Weatherly got his third win of the day aboard Country Caper, who won and paid $13.80, giving Francisco Bravo, the trainer there, his second win of the night. Big night for those participants there at Remington in the Oklahoma Classics. All right. We got a lot to cover today on this show, and a good menu, and I got to tell you, good competitive races both at Santa Anita and Keeneland and Belmont at Aqueduct. Going to be a good day of racing there. And let's keep our handicappers now going in the right direction now that we got them off the schneid. So we have our handicappers standing by: Jonathan Hardoon, John Lindo, Jerry Jackowitz, Rich Yang. Richie will have a college football pick for us today as well. And your racing menu, it all comes up right after this first break on this Saturday show. So don't go away as we continue to count down 12 days and counting until the Breeders' Cup. We'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our Pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Now it's time to get to the racing menu for today. And again, reminding you that the first post times we broadcast on the show each and every day reflect out of the Pacific time zone, because we're in the Pacific time zone here. These will be the first post times rolling out in the books. The books here at, of course, here at the South Point. If you're in the Pacific time zone, not a problem. If you're not, adjust to it, whatever time zone you're in, to whatever time zone you're in from the Pacific time zone, so you don't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad, okay? We begin our racing menu with Laurel Park. Laurel Park has 10 races, mostly full fields there, too, today at Laurel Park. They've got a Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $1,796, and their first post time is at 9:05 at Laurel today. Belmont at Aqueduct. And Belmont at Aqueduct, I'm assuming it'll be just great today. They say it's 57, mostly cloudy. 62 with intermittent clouds by post time, they say, but the track is labeled fast and the turf courses are labeled firm. The outer turf course hosting races 5, 8, and 11. The inner turf course will have races 7 and 10 at Belmont at Aqueduct today. 11 races, good competitive races, all 11 today at Aqueduct. The feature race is the 7th on the card. It's the Sands Point at 1 1/8 on the inner turf course for 3-year-old fillies. It's a field of 8 before any scratches. And the favorite in there, 2-1, is Ready for Candy with Ricardo Santana. So that's the 7th race, the feature. 11 races today at Belmont at Aqueduct. First post time is at 9:10. Delaware Park. They've got 10 races today at Delaware Park. And a first post time at Delaware Park today is at 9:45 there. Gulfstream Park has 12 races. They got a couple of nice $200,000 stakes races. The $200,000 Susan's Girl for 2-year-olds at 7 furlongs for 2-year-old fillies is the 8th race. 13 before scratches. Big 7-5 favorite there is Mythical with Jaramillo aboard. That's in the Susan's Girl. And then a couple of races later, the $200,000 Affirmed for 2-year-olds at 7 furlongs. Has 11 in that one before scratches. And the morning line favorite there, lukewarm at that, is Strategic Risk with Mr. Murrah aboard. That is the Affirmed. 12 races today at Gulfstream Park. Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $7,796. First post time at Gulfstream is set at 9:50 at Gulfstream. Then we get to Keeneland Racecourse. Now remember, I said they got a pick 6 carryover today. It's a regular pick 6 carryover Keeneland. That carryover stands at $37,088. $37,088 for the pick 6 carryover today at Keeneland. 10 races, a couple of nice stakes races. The Perryville Stakes for 3-year-olds at 7 furlongs is the 6th race on the card. Now, you got a field of 6 entered in it. But one of the 2 Bob Baffert trainees, Gaming, worked out in Southern California yesterday. So he's not going. He's out. He's out of that race. We'll just leave 5 in that race. And Captain Hook is the 6-5 favorite in that one with Ired Ortiz Jr. aboard. Baffert's other horse, Barnes, is in the race, and he's the 5-2 second choice. Then we get to the Raven Run, 7 furlongs for 3-year-old fillies. That's the 9th race on the card. An overflow field of 15. But we have been told that there are 4 scratches in the race. The race scratches is number 2, Vixen, the 3, Strong State, the 4, Volleyball Princess, and the 6, Reputation. 2, 3, 4, 6 are expected scratches in that Raven Run. Out of the 15 entered in that race. And the morning line favorite there at 3-1 is Ragtime with Junior Alvarado aboard. That's the 9th, the Raven Run. 10 races today at Keeneland. Carryover in the pick 6. And the first post time is at 10 a.m. Woodbine has 11 races. Their feature race is the Grade 3 Ontario Derby at 1 1/8. That's the 9th race on the card. 7 are entered. Runaway Again is the 9-5 second choice. Massetti is the 8-5 first choice. So there's looks like a throwdown between these 2 in the Ontario Derby. That's the 9th race on the card. 11 races today at Woodbine. Carryovers there at Woodbine. Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $49,580. First post time at Woodbine today is 10:05. 10:05 at Woodbine. Santa Anita gets underway at 1 o'clock this afternoon for 10 races. Their feature race is the Lure Stakes. That's a mile on the turf for 3-year-olds and up. It's the 9th race on the card, 7 before scratches, if any. It's a good competitive race, too. The 5-2 favorite in the race is Stanthony. Stanthony is the 5-2 favorite. Make that St. Anthony. They forgot to put the period in there. St. Anthony is the favorite there at 5-2 with Juan Hernandez aboard. First post time for the 10 races today at Santa Anita is set at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock this afternoon. Delta Downs, 10 races. The feature is the Sweet Home Alabama Stakes. That's the 6th race on the card. Favorite in that race at 8-5 is Wabash. And that's the 6th on the card. 10 races overall at Delta Downs. First post time is at 2:45. Then we go to Charlestown. Charlestown pick 6 jackpot carryover, $36,956. 8 races today at Charlestown. First post time is 4 p.m. Remington Park, the day after the Oklahoma Classics, has 9 races going today. 4 p.m. is first post time at Remington. And then we wrap it up in Los Alamitos in Southern California. Los Al has 10 races, 2 thoroughbreds, 3 thoroughbred quarter horse mixed, and 5 regular quarter horse races makes up the 10. First post time at Los Alamitos this evening is set at 6:10 this evening. All right, that's your racing menu. Now time to get out to Jonathan Hardoon. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
A couple of things I want to ask you first. What about that 15-1 shot that bet down to 2-1 and runs like a 4-5?
Well, that was a bad morning line, Ralph. If people looked at the PPs, he went off 4-5 in his first career start. He didn't run a step that day. And if you were watching races yesterday, Speed was really winning a lot of races. That was the 7th race, so they figured it out by then. But I just think it was a bad morning line, personally. I didn't like the horse, but that's the reasoning.
Okay, good enough. I will take your word for that because you were watching the tote board a little bit more than I was.
He opened up 4-5, Ralph. It's not like he went 15 down to 2-1. He opened up. He was bet from the get-go.
Okay, good enough there. Now your thoughts about the jockey change for journalism?
I'm just curious. Did he work the horse yesterday and then got bounced off, or was it before? I'm just curious. I'd like to know.
That I don't know, but if he did work out the horse and then he got bounced afterwards, I'd ask for the jock fee.
Absolutely. I'm not a big believer in those moves, Ralph. I mean, listen, Ortiz is terrific, but I don't think Rispoli did anything wrong. And if they were critical of any of his rides, he had some tough trips, but I'm not so sure it was Rispoli's fault. And they certainly could have done it before 2 weeks out to go. He now has no opportunity to get another mount. Maybe the fact that Ortiz was available, they made the move, but I don't like that. I think it's bad karma, personally. Well,
a couple of things. One, making you believe the move late is an MO. I mean, that's their character there. Because remember when journalism was, going in all these races through the Triple Crown, and they say, well, we'll give you, they gave you the notice like the day of the entry. So that's their MO. They make their decisions. They deliberate a lot and then make their decisions late, and that obviously includes changing the jockeys. There are 2 races that come to mind that may have concerned the connections. Of course, the Preakness Stakes, where he got caught up in behind horses. Now, journalism didn't run behind horses. He was guided there earlier in the race. So he had to bull his way through, and he did, and won the Preakness. Okay, enough said there. But I think what got to them was the Pacific Classic. Now, Fierceness was the horse you had to beat in that race. There was no doubt about it. And if you remember, Fierceness made this huge and the winning move right around the half mile to 3/8 pole where he made that surge. And
He beat him to the move.
Wait, please. So he was about 3 lengths behind him. And when he moved, journalism didn't move with him. Now, a horse of the caliber of Fierceness, you get a 4-length lead when at the top of the stretch before journalism finally got into the second spot, running second. That's a lot to ask a horse to pick up, a horse that's that caliber of runner, trying to pick up 4 lengths. And I think maybe they thought as soon as Fierceness moved down between the half mile and 3/8 pole, that he should have moved too and started closing the gap. Maybe that was it. That's the only thing I could think of.
Well, that race was in August. We're now in October. I mean, they certainly could have made the move before, again, waiting for 2 weeks out. I don't know. You asked my opinion, Ralph. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the move. That's all. I'm entitled to my opinion.
Oh, yeah, absolutely you are. And I'm not saying that the move is worth it or not. I'm just saying that I'm trying to think of why would make the move, because they didn't give us a reason. But I will say that
nor do they have to. It's their horse. They can do whatever they pay the bills. They get to make the decision. Again, the fact that he's available 2 weeks to go, so maybe that's why they made the move.
I think you're right there. I think that, although that race was back in August, they probably thought to themselves, if I can get Jose Ortiz and it opened up like 2 weeks to go before the Breeders' Cup, that was the catalyst to make they were probably sitting on the fence, and then that was the catalyst. I don't know. And because they're not going to tell us why, and you're right, they don't have any reason to tell us why, it's people like us who then can speculate.
Exactly.
Okay, Jonathan, let's take a look at a couple of stakes races at Keeneland I thought were interesting today, and we'll take a look at those before we get your selections for today. The Perryville, of course, is the race where Bob Baffert sent 2 horses out, or was intending on sending 2 horses out, and that was Gaming and Barnes. Now, Gaming worked in Southern California yesterday, so he obviously didn't make the trip, and he'll be out of the race. Barnes is the 5-2 second choice in the race. Captain Hook is the big favorite at 6-5.
Yeah, and Captain Hook is really not worth 6-5, to be honest with you, off the numbers. It's only a 5-horse field. Now, I think Barnes is going to be tough in here. I know he got outworked by a horse that was not as good as he was, but what does a work mean? If Baffert shipped him there, I'm sure he's ready to go. And I think Baffert's actually going to win both stakes, Ralph. I think your Yusha is going to be very tough. Unfortunately, 4 late scratches there now. Well, I guess there's still plenty of horses left, but I like Yusha in that spot.
Yeah, we're going to get to the Raven Run in just a minute, but to wrap up the Perryville, there's a horse in this race that's been dancing a lot of dances as far as the 3-year-olds are concerned, including through the Triple Crown Trail, and that's Owen Almighty, who's sitting there at 4-1, shortens up now to 7 furlongs. Where's this horse been?
That's the question. Where's he been? I think he's going to be better today, going around 1 turn, 7 furlongs. He didn't want any part of those 2-turn races. He's a better sprinter, but again, there's only 5 horses in the race. But I'm going to try to beat Captain Cook, and again, I like Barnes.
All right, you got the Barnes going there, and you got Bob Baffert winning both of the stakes races. The Raven Run had 15 in it, but we have 4 scratches in there, so now we're down to 11. And Yusha is the 9-2 second choice in the race with Irad, Jose's brother, riding that horse. Ragtime is the favorite at 3-1 with the Junior Alvarado. And what do you think about that horse?
I mean, he's okay, but he's not better than about 4 or 5 other horses in the race. So why would I take that horse at a short price?
Any of the other horses you might want to link up with Yusha to make a nice little exacta go here?
Well, Aggie Ordonez ships in Almond Joy from Southern California.
Yeah.
She's done nothing wrong. She's just getting better with each start. I like the fact that she's cutting back to 7 furlongs. She may surprise, and she's listed at a ridiculous 15-1 on the morning line. Also, the number 10 horse in there, Simply Joking, makes her first start for training Mike McCarthy. I like the barn switch, and that horse is listed at 8-1.
Now, Almond Joy gets Kent DeSormo. Remember that DeSormo was serving a suspension, but this is one of those designated races, so he gets the ride. He goes out there to ride Almond Joy in that race, and I think you're right. 15-1 is a very juicy price for a horse that I think is just as good as any of the others in the race, really. And Simply Joking, of course, gets the services of Frankie Dettori.
Yeah, it's a good betting race, Ralph. No question about that. And with the 4 late scratches, you still got a bunch of horses left, and that's pretty good when you get 4 late scratches and still have a field of 10 or 11, whatever.
It is a good competitive race. And by the way, today there are 4 races for 2-year-old maidens. The second race, which is at 1 16 miles, the third race at 6 furlongs, the 7th race at 6 furlongs for the fillies, and the 10th race will be for the fillies on the turf at 1 mile. So it's going to be a fun day to watch some of the new entries going in there, the 2-year-olds as well at Keeneland. All right, we'll take your pick now.
Okay, let's go to Belmont at Aqueduct. Look at the 5th race today. It's 1 16 on the outer turf course. And I like the number 5 horse in here, Tuck Check. We gave this filly out last time. She ran at 15-1. She ran really well. I'm finishing second that day. Manny Franco re-rides 6-1 on the morning line. I like number 5, Tuck Check, to win today's 5th race out at Belmont at the Big A.
Belmont at Aqueduct. 5th race is the anchor race in both the early pick 5 and early pick 4. You like the 5 Tuck Check, the 5 Tuck Check in the 5th race. Easy to remember, the 5 and the 5th. Jonathan, got to ask you. I mean, they've got 11 races and full fields in at least 10 of the 11 races. Where do all these horses come from? I mean, we have these pathetic fields during the week, and then we get this on the weekend.
They save it for weekends. And by the way, Ralph, a programming note, Aqueduct added a racing day this coming Wednesday. They will be running.
Oh, good.
They canceled couple of weeks ago, so they're back in on Wednesday. So people that are interested in playing, they should know that Aqueduct will run on Wednesday this week as opposed to starting on Thursday.
And our Wednesday show, you'll be here with your handicapping, and we'll get a winner out of you on Wednesday as well at Belmont at Aqueduct. All right, so we got Keeneland and Aqueduct. You got something at San Anita?
Well, I have something at Keeneland, and it
Oh, I'm
comes in the
sorry.
fifth race. That's okay. Official
Did
radio play, 5.5 furlongs on the turf. And I like the number 7 horse in here, Determined Kingdom, a 6-year-old gelding for the Mike Trombetta born Louis Saez aboard to ride. This horse is listed at a ridiculous 8-1 on the morning line. Too
Ooh.
many fast races, including a win at Keeneland last year. I like number 7, Determined Kingdom, to upset and win today's 5th race.
All right. We were going to so many plays. I thought we were done with Keeneland, but yes, we did need your official pick there, and we get it in the 5th race, which is the anchor in the early pick 5 and early pick 4 at Keeneland. In the 5th race, number 7, Determined Kingdom, at a juicy 8-1 on the morning line. The 7 in the 5th at Keeneland. Now we'll go to Santa Anita.
7th race, a mile on the turf. Number 3, Both Sides of Bed. 4-year-old gelding. Second start since joining the Jeff Mullins barn. This horse ran very well last time out when stretching out on the turf. Your favorite turf rider, Ralph, Hector Barrios.
There you
rides
go.
5-1 on the morning line. Number 3, Both Sides of Bed. Upsets and wins today's 7th race out at Santa Anita.
All right, the 7th race there. Barrios on the turf. Need I say any more? The 7th race, number 3, Both Sides of Bad. The 3 in the 7th race is your selection at Santa Anita. You have full sheets. You have full sheets, Jonathan, for your selections at all those 3 tracks, Santa Anita, Keeneland, and Belmont at Aqueduct, and also at Gulfstream.
JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe. Be well. We'll talk tomorrow.
You got it, my man. Thank you so much. And we're going to take another break. When we come back, Rich Eng is standing by with a selection for both horse racing and college football. Don't go away.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. Everybody knows where the money's going, every single dollar. God bless you. Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting t2t.org.
If you're celebrating a special occasion or just love fine dining, you're in the right place. Come experience the crown jewel of South Point restaurants, Michael's Gourmet Room.
Welcome.
With over 600 different types of wines and magnificent dishes prepared tableside, you'll revel in the rich classic Vegas decor and the best black tie service in the world. This intimate gourmet room has earned accolades galore. Come to Michael's Gourmet Room for an unforgettable dining experience. Another famous restaurant is the Silverado Steakhouse, where you'll find the charm and service that discerning patrons require. From top quality steaks and chops to fresh seafood and desserts, you'll love the award-winning wine list and menu at Silverado Steakhouse. Steak lovers have even more options with primarily prime rib. Catering to hearty appetites, the menu features a variety of flavorful prime rib cuts, dry-aged to ensure tenderness, and then seasoned and slowly roasted. Although prime rib is our specialty, it's not the only thing on the menu. There's something for everyone.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Rich Eng standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
All right, Rich, we've got an exciting kind of a day for college football. Really, quite a few good games, I think, at least on paper. What are you looking at today for college football?
I tell you what, Ralph, I'm going to make a selection and a bet, part with my heart and part with my head, even though I usually tell people don't bet with your heart, bet with your head all the time. But game number 369, 370 is our UNLV Running Rebels against Boise State. The opening line was Boise State 11. They've been bid up to 13, but I'm going to go contrarian. I'm going to take our Rebels, Ralph. This is the biggest game in program history. They're 6-0. If they can somehow upset Boise State today, the remaining 5 games, they will be favored in all 5 of those, meaning they have a chance to run the table and go 12-0. So the biggest game in UNLV history. Let's take the Rebels plus 13 to try to upset Boise State.
I am with you on that, my man. And I got to tell you, I really like that quarterback for UNLV. That kid is something else, ain't he?
Well, this entire team has so much. The term I was thinking of was balls, but they really play hard. In the fourth quarter, they pull some games out of the fire.
Yeah.
Mullen's done a nice job as coach, but you're right. The quarterback's pretty good, and the entire team has a lot of character. They play 60 minutes of football.
They do have character, and the other thing they have that they may have been missing in the past is they believe in themselves, and they all get together and do that. So we're going to take UNLV and the Lumber against Boise State, which is a formidable foe, but this could be the tipping point for UNLV to get up into the big leagues. That's for sure. We're rooting for them. All right, well, Richie, you and John Lindo got together yesterday to give a Siraco play out. And it was typically the way I want a Siraco play to finish. 2 horses battling head-to-head, nose-to-nose, right to the wire. And believe it or not, the horse with the higher price of the 2 won the photo and got the job done. Your horse was gallant in defeat, just gotten beat by a nose, but John Lindo's horse won it, and the Siraco play came back at 30-1 odds.
Yeah, I got to thank John Lindo for the winner, because a $20 exacta box got me back 600 plus.
That's right.
And, it's an easy way to win sometimes.
Yep, a nice little $20 bill gets you, your bankroll for today. That's for sure. So let's keep the mojo going. Where are we going first?
Let's go to race 9, which is the Raven Run. We're going to go with the number 9 horse Ragtime, 3-1 in the morning line. I like horses that won while running a slower speed figure, and this horse did just that last time out. This is a nice one from Junior Alvarado and Bill Mott. Let's go with Ragtime in the 9th.
That's a formidable team, Junior Alvarado and Bill Mott, and you'll take that favorite in the 9th race, the Raven Run. Number 9 Ragtime is your play. Number 9 Ragtime in the 9th race at Keeneland. Easy to remember, in number 9 in the 9th. What about Santa Anita?
I know we're tight on time, so I'll just give the horse at Santa Anita, race number 3, 6, Tam's Little Angel, also 3-1 in that 3rd race.
All right. Yes, we'll get it all in, though. In the 3rd race at Santa Anita, number 6, Tam's Little Angel, the 6th in the 3rd race today at Santa Anita. Don't forget, Rich Ang's got a full sheet of handicapping for both Santa Anita and Keeneland with 2 great cards today, and that's right here at the racedaylasvegas.com websites. And go UNLV, the Runnin' Rebels. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Rob. Good luck, everybody.
All right, you got it, Richie. And now we're going to go right direct to John Lindo standing by. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine. The question is, how is Umberto Rispoli doing this morning?
I wouldn't have gone near him yesterday. I would have just kept my distance. I mean, that's a tough pill to swallow, but I kind of think it was coming for a little while. And if they were going to do it, they were going to make the change. It had to be off of a loss. So it was the proper time, I guess. But, that's still tough. You don't get horses like that very often.
John, since they didn't give a reason why, it leaves people like us to speculate the why. And why do you think they replaced him?
Well, just to be honest, I think that I really think the horse bailed him out a couple of times from troubled trips, and there was, Umberto's a good rider, but I don't know if he's the most consistent guy in the world. And when you're running for $7 million, you just want to, you want to take as much of the uncertainty out of it, and you have a guy like Jose Ortiz sitting out there. I guess you grab him. It's difficult, and I don't want to say they should have taken him off, but I understand the move, and you go from here.
Well, I will say this for sure, that Jose Ortiz is, if you're going to replace somebody, Jose Ortiz is a pretty good guy to get replaced with. That's for sure. And I guess maybe maybe the reason why they waited so late is because they could finally secure Ortiz for the mount.
Yeah, it's a tough race. You're gonna need every bit of racing like you can to win that Breeders' Cup Classic this year. So, when a guy like that is available, I guess you grab him. But like I say, it's just tough on all sides. I feel bad for Umberto, but riders are on a one race contract, race to race, and you go on and you go from there.
Well, I hope that at least I hope he can try to secure a mount in that Breeders' Cup Classic anyway. We'll wait and see about that. You have 2 full sheets. The Linda reports a full sheet at Keeneland and a full sheet at Santa Anita with all the selections, suggested late pick 4, and all the goodie information. So let's get started with a nice pick off of that Siraco play winner yesterday, John.
All right, let's go to the 4th race at Keeneland, Ralph. In the 4th race, number 2, Eunomia, had a nice comeback run on the Keeneland turf earlier in the meet. Only win came on the dirt at Keeneland. Gets back on the dirt today. Trainer Vicky Oliver points to this meet. Her jock that she uses for the go time is Johnny Velasquez. He's on board today. 8-1 on the program, and she's due to win a race at Keeneland this meet. Number 2, Eunomia, race number 4 at Keeneland.
Yeah, it's good enough for us. In the 4th race, number 2, Eunomia. The 2 in the 4th race at Keeneland is your play. I guess I could do a little Siraco double because Jonathan gave an 8-1 shot in the 5th. So if we can get you guys home, that'll be a nice double. 4th race, the 2. 5th race, the 7 will be a 2-7 double there. You like the 2 in the 4th. And we'll go to Santa Anita.
Santa Anita, race number 5, number 1, Training Good, has had 2 sprint preps. The only time he was on turf in the debut, she was in all kinds of trouble. Adds blinkers, stretches out. I think this horse is going to run a lot better today, at least better than the 12-1 morning line. This horse is live in a very soft field.
Ooh.
Number 1, Training Good, race number 5 at Santa Anita. And Ralph, just reminding your listeners, just after the top of the hour, the highest rated horse in the world, Ombudsman, runs in the Champion Stakes at Ascot. You can watch that on Fox. It'll be about 8:05.
Yeah, and that he's going up against the other big horse in Europe that he, I think, upset last time, didn't he?
Yeah, Delacroix's in that race. And I know Ombudsman is pointing to the Breeders' Cup turf after this race, so get a good look at him today.
All right, and again, what did you say? Where's FanDuel?
That's Fox Sports.
Fox Sports is going to have it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at that, that's for sure. And again, in the Santa Anita in the 5th race, the anchor in the early pick 5 at Santa Anita and pick 4. The 1, Training Good, is your play. Linda reports for both Santa Anita and Keeneland right now here at the South Point, only here at the South Point, here in the gaming capital, free of charge. The Linda reports here at the South Point Racebook. Thanks a lot, John. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
You got it. Good luck today.
All right. Off to Jerry J standing by. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph.
Well, my man, we got some picks to make, huh?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. We'll start by going to Aqueduct.
Okay.
To the 3rd race.
Mm-hmm.
Linda Rice has waitlist going out to 1 mile and 3/16, little stretch out. I think it's worth following. Actually, this horse's best races were actually on a stretch out at Aqueduct, sort of return to the scene of the crime and see if we can repeat the effort.
Okay.
At 5-1, I think it's worth the play. That's the 7 horse in the 3rd race. We'll take the 7 over the 1, 3, 6, do our reverses, of course. And waitlist, which is 5-1, I think I'll take it down to maybe 3-1.
Okay, you got it. And, of course, one of her main jockeys, Kendrick Carmouche, is aboard that one. In the 3rd race, the 7 waitlist is the play. Link-ups are 1, 3, and 6, and reversed. The win bet is on the 7 waitlist in the 3rd at Belmont at Aqueduct. And now, what about Santa Anita?
Let's go to the 9th. We've got a small field, but Watsonville comes off a layoff, and I think he'll run right first time. That's the 3 horse in the 9th race, Watsonville.
Uh-huh.
And we have Frisk Sue up.
Mm-hmm.
And again, there's a lot of connection there between the horse and the jockey. That's good.
Uh-huh.
So we'll take the 3 over the 5, 6, 7, reverse 5, 6, 7 back over the 3. But the 3, Watsonville, in race number 9, that'll be our featured play for today.
All right. Freysu had multiple wins yesterday. You think he's going to win the Lure Stakes today, the 9th race on the card. Number 2, Watsonville. The 2 is the, make that the 3. I'm sorry. In the 9th race, Lure is the 3 horse. Number 3, Watsonville. Link-ups are 5, 6, and 7, and reverse the 3 in the 9th race, the featured Lure Stakes. Jerry J's Power Pages with the V's, the pop-out keys, the stars, and all that goody stuff is available for Santa Anita and Belmont at Aqueduct today at jerryjspowerpage.com. Well, we wrap up this Saturday show, getting you off to the races, that's for sure. And, of course, Jerry always has the last word.
Have a great race day, everybody.